How is it that you can make your historical flashbacks so vivid and real? What do you do to make that happen?
Well, it's very natural to me to make the historical flashbacks real because they're so real to me. But I think in terms of technique, the secret is to write in the same detail and in the same tone that you use for any other part of the book. You know, you absolutely, you have to be as meticulous and as concrete when you describe the historic milieu as the contemporary milieu. That's the big trap, that you might change your tone for that flashback. And you don't want to do that. No.
Okay, next question, over on this side.
It's been a while since you've done the Mayfair Witches. My favorite book of yours is Taltos. I'm wondering how you felt about it and if it pops back into your thoughts and is still intriguing to you.
You know, I don't think a lot about continuing the Mayfair Witches or the characters. I'm not sure why. But I remember the whole thing, you know, as a love affair between me and the Mayfair family. And every now and then I think of writing about the Mayfairs today. But there would be a big jump in time. If I were to take them up again, it would probably be entirely new characters. And they'd be working again with the mystery of the Taltos species. And you know, what fascinated me in writing those books was what people will do to protect their own species. It was really another species that was threatening them. And it was a to the death kind of battle between them and the Taltos. And I would love to go back to that, I think, and explore it some more. So here, I changed my mind between starting.
She does that a lot, right here.
And I'll tell the story later of how when you asked me this question, it inspired the new book.
You mentioned that your vampire series was a lot of grief and despair, and I was just curious, how much of your own personal experience do you mine in your books? Is there, because I think we all have these certain experiences that we are kind of taboo that we don't want to tap into, but is that what makes you so successful in tapping into those experiences, is no holds barred essentially with your own personal experiences, however painful they might be?
I do believe in going where the pain is. You know, that was advice that was given to me by a fellow writer, Floyd Salas. When I was very young, he said, go where the pain is when you write. Don't shy away from it. Explore the pain. And later I added to that the words, go where the pleasure is. Go where the pain is, go where the pleasure is. But I deliberately do try to dig very deep into the pain. And again, I get wrapped up in the story. That's my way of doing it. I don't sit there and think about the agony I felt when, you know, I lost my mother or my daughter or my husband. I just am in that story with the people, and I'm getting into the agony through them. And it can be very exhausting and very draining, and I think it can leave you feeling absolutely turned inside out when a novel's finished. You know, I remember talking to my editor, Vicki Wilson, and I'd say, I don't ever want to do this again. You know, this was so dark. This was so awful. I can't write about these characters again. And then inevitably I go back to them.